Hello friends, this is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and today we got our December State of the Galaxy. Now there's not a lot here, or maybe there is, I don't know, we're going to jump into it, but the exciting thing about this is we also get the look at Mandalorian Beskar Armor, which I'll talk about in a second, but let's go ahead and jump into the State of the Galaxy. I gotta say, not super happy with it. I don't know. I feel like there could be more here. Maybe I'm the only one. I don't know. Right? It talks about how the Rancor Challenge already has 136 guilds completing it. Additionally, they mentioned that Relic 8s are being released and they're going to monitor how it comes out. Now, this is actually one of the more interesting things, right? This sentence right here, as we round out the content for The Mandalorian. Strange thing to say when the next major character they introduce is the Armorer. I don't know. Armorer set to come in January. Maybe tail end of January, which makes me think marquee event. But they're rounding out the Mandalorian, the content for The Mandalorian. So, and it makes sense. They're finishing off with a hero's journey. Awesome. Really looking forward to this. I do like the way they're introducing this hero's journey as a straight to the journey guide. Pretty freaking sweet, in my opinion. I think it's a huge thing. It's a huge turn of events for the way they do it. Gotta give mad props to the art department. This looks pretty sweet. It's pretty awesome. There's not a lot of content here that we haven't really covered in the past. It goes through and it says, hey, just as a quick suggestion or a quick update, if you don't know how to unlock if you're not familiar with the whole additive drop things, it does give you an example of how to do it. If you guys watched this last weekend's episode of the Escape Pod cast, then you probably saw, I believe it was this last weekend's episode, maybe it was the week before that, but you saw the story time with the llama, and as she goes over this, specifically this character and his how to unlock him, right? If you're doing the additive drops, if you're doing Cantina battles, which is where the additive drops are going to be, if you are refreshing 2 times a day, you are likely going to be able to unlock Quill and IG-88 before January 6th. I think she said roughly 2 weeks. So that's a pretty good thing, pretty awesome to know. But again, like, not a lot here, and it does lead me to wonder what's next. Right? What are we getting after The Mandalorian? Not a lot of stuff is coming out. Are they going to jump back into Clone Wars content? I kind of hope so. Are we going to see Bad Batch? Kind of hope so. There's a lot of potential once they leave this. Right? Where do they go? Right? What era of the galaxy are we headed to next? One of the things they said was, we focused this year mostly on coming up with new game modes, a new tool, right? And they did. It took them like 7 months to use whatever tool they've been tooling around with. And they have given us the galactic challenges. Now, the nice thing about that is they're now starting to run galactic challenges from here on out. Starting mid-December, they're going to be doing twice a week. I like that. I do think they do need to make some additional drop changes. So, like, I was able to unlock this event, this most recent one, with all the boxes. I like how they do that. I like how they're waiting towards the end and all of the rewards come at once. But some of the rewards are just not that great, and that's unfortunate. And so I think they need to take a look at some of the rewards they're doing, especially with the tier difficulty. Right? It's not. I mean, if you're end game, and that's what that highest reward level should be, end game. Some of these things, I mean, the stun guns, the lower level stun guns, maybe more, maybe something else. I don't know, guys. But again, they're saying, look, we're doing these twice a week, but our goal is early plans for 2021. Is we're going to do some more innovation, some more expansion of our mini systems and characters. So we're going to see additional characters. Maybe we'll start getting different skins. I don't know. That could be something that they play around with. Maybe a skin is just a fun feature that you can unlock instead of, I don't know. They've kind of poo-pooed that idea in the past, but we'll see. Now they do say that in 2021 they are going to be focusing on revamping, expanding, and renovating their mini systems and characters. So maybe reward systems. They've talked about how some of those things will be changed in the future. More exciting Star Wars characters, more events, quality of life updates, and some special surprises. Here's a sneak peek, and I showed you guys the armor. Now, I think clearly one of the things that it's talking about is maybe we're going to be getting more factions, right? Maybe we're finally going to be getting the Mandalorian faction that has been oh so needed in this game. I don't know, but I think it's very possible. Now, jumping over, guys, we are going to look real quick at the Mandalorian with the Beskar Armor. Looking right off the bat, who is this guy? He is a scoundrel. He is a leader. He is an attacker. He is a light side character. What he is not, my friends, is a bounty hunter. Now, this is a real frustrating point that I actually agree with, but I don't want to. The Mandalorian's a bounty hunter. That's who he is, right? He's definitely a scoundrel, whatever, but he's a bounty hunter. Now, depending on, like, after they get Baby Yoda into the story, he kind of stops being a bounty hunter. He's not really going on bounty hunts. So it kind of makes sense for him not to be connected there. Although I gotta say I'm a little frustrated because I think he would be awesome as a bounty hunter. Now, looking at the characters that he's connected with, you've got IG-11, which makes sense, Han Solo, Chewbacca, Enfys Nest, and L337. Now, all of those are really cool. I am excited to see Enfys Nest as maybe making it to a meta level character. I've always loved Enfys Nest, regardless of the red hair. I think she's a great character, and having her connected to someone like the Mandalorian, I think is going to be really fun to play around with, and I'm excited about that. But again, if you look at the kit here, I'm a little disappointed that he's not a bounty hunter. I really want him to be, but at the same time, I kind of see why they didn't make him one. So he boosts a full scoundrel squad to new heights. One of the abilities is called Whistling Birds and Wonder of the Force, which is kind of neat, and we'll jump into that here in a second. So his first attack, Death Strike, deals physical damage to target enemy and inflicts damage over time for 3 turns. If they were already debuffed, deal damage again. Now, this is pretty cool because if you think about the characters, if you wanted to build a DOT team, again, you still have Vader, you still have a lot of scoundrels that do damage over time. Now, one of the things that was really cool to me is look at the NPCs here. These are characters we haven't seen before, right? I mean, I don't always pay attention to the NPCs, but these look new. And as cool as this ability is, a DOT 03, that's awesome. But this is awesomer because new characters. Now, will we see them added to the game? Yeah, clearly, but we'll see them as, NPCs. That also means that it's likely if they're creating NPCs for this game, they're probably creating quite a bit of other characters that we'll see. It's a cool attack. I really like it. Discipline setup, however, negates his basic attack, and I'll say that here in a minute. So the Beskar Armor Mando gains a stack of Whistling Birds. Cool ability. Also, these are new troopers. These are the troopers that we see Moff Gideon using. These are not our typical stormtroopers, right? Maybe we're going to call him the 501st Stormtrooper. I don't know. It would be a cool nod to, one, the 501st. You gain stacks of Whistling Birds, and what the Whistling Birds does is it deals true damage to target enemy for each stack when using Swift Takedown, right? So, like, you put this ability on, it can't, let's see, so until the Mandalorian uses Swift Takedown, he can assist or counterattack. He ignores stealth and taunt, and he gains 1 stack of Whistling Birds whenever an enemy takes damage. So, like, as other characters are doing damage to these guys, they're going to get more stacks of Whistling Birds thrown on them, keeping in mind that here he's throwing on damage over time. So if you lay out some DOT, then use Whistling Birds, it seems like it's going to be doing quite a bit of legit damage. Wonder of the Force. Now this is really cool because Baby Yoda does the hand thingy, right? Final text: dispel all debuffs on all Scoundrels allies and equalize their protection. All Scoundrel allies recover 20% protection. Remove 20% turn meter from all enemies, which can't be evaded. A 20% turn meter, I think, is going to be really cool to see. I mean, it'll be useful, I think, in probably the first round of Sith Triumvirate Raid, but that's going to be simmable here in a bit. But for those of you who are still working on doing the HAT, I think this is going to make a Scoundrel team pretty formidable. I think it'll be a pretty good team to see used in the tank raid. Now, the Mandalorian then and target other Scoundrel ally gain damage immunity for 1 turn, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented, and tenacity up for 2 turns. That's pretty sweet. The Swift Takedown, this is the thing that we mentioned earlier. Healing immunity for 2 turns. Deal physical damage and then lose 1 stack of Whistling Birds. So this does true damage to target enemy and for each stack of Whistling Birds. So true damage up to 20 stacks is going to be, I think, quite a bit of damage added. Now, I got to say, and maybe I'm reading this wrong. Okay, you guys can correct me in the comments below, but for each Scoundrel ally, this is a leadership ability. It's a Zatable ability. For each Scoundrel ally at the start of the battle, Scoundrel allies gain 5% max health, max protection, and offense. So that's 25% for a full Scoundrel team. I don't know if that's really the best Scoundrel leadership out there. Are we going to see, I don't know, they have no other leaders, and so I don't know, it makes sense, but maybe with everything connected, I don't know. This seems kind of lackluster to me, but maybe with the additional Scoundrels connected, maybe it's going to be awesome. The cool thing that I like about this is whenever an enemy takes damage, okay, so keep in mind that damage over time. Keep in mind, there's a lot of potential. Scoundrel allies gain 2% turn meter. Now, I think that is where the benefit of this Zeta ability lies. It's a small thing, but if you look at the characters that we have, if you look at the characters that they're suggesting here, all of these characters do attacks out of turn. Han and Chewbacca, right there, that's 3 attacks out of turn. Infus Nest, every single time. L337, same. I think that there's a lot of potential here for a quick Scoundrel team. Now, his only unique is he's immune to ability block, which is awesome. Which is absolutely awesome. I love that. And he has 40% protection and tenacity. The first time each Scoundrel ally falls below 75% health, the Mandalorian dispels debuffs on himself, gains 1 stack of Whistling Birds, and takes a bonus turn, and the cooldown of Wonder of the Force is reset. Okay, so 5 times roughly in a battle, you're going to get an extra turn. You're going to reset the Wonder of the Force ability, and I don't know. The kit, I'm going to need to see in action, right? Because as it stands, I think it looks cool, and again, lot of cool characters right here. I'm curious to see who these guys are. I don't know, guys. This seems like it's got a lot of potential, but is it enough? Now they are making the Mando Beskar super easy to farm, both for end game players and newer players. So maybe that's why he's not got the greatest of kits. I don't know. I am excited to see him. What do you guys think about this? Leave a comment in the section below. While you're in the section below, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Click the bell to be notified anytime I post a video. Additionally, there's 2 links, guys. Christmas coming up. You can find the Going Nerdy swag store. You can find images, t-shirts, and blankets, and masks, and stickers, and iPhone covers, and all kinds of other awesome stuff in the section below. And there's a link, and every time you buy something, you do help the channel, so I appreciate that. Additionally, another link, and I will always suggest this, guys. 1 month Audible trial for free, 2 free audiobooks of your choosing, plus dozens, if not hundreds, of additional books that are included with the trial. It is absolutely worth it. If you're going to be traveling this season, if you're going to be doing anything this season, shoveling snow, working out, doing whatever, this is almost a must, especially since it's free. And every time you do sign up, you do help the channel. So give it a shot. But most importantly, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share this with your friends, and let me know what you guys think. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. Like, subscribe, share, and as always, my friends, smile and stay nerdy.